Hello, I'm Councillor Robin Dray and I'm Chairman of the Wheatley Ward Conservative Association, but we're here today with Mr Roger Hirst,
Hello.
Police and Crime Commissioner for Essex. Roger, welcome to Rayleigh. Thank you for coming
Good to be
along
here.
in your busy day. I'd like to ask you some questions on behalf of residents.
Please, go
Question
ahead.
1. You'll be aware of the proposals which are still in consultation to develop this site to include a new mill hall,
Yes.
which will incorporate a police enforcement facility. How do you feel that that facility will benefit the people of Rayleigh and surrounding areas and give them a greater sense of protection from crime and the fear of crime? In addition, do you feel that this facility will assist the policing doing their valuable work, in particular by obtaining intelligence of crime and criminals from the public?
So I think we're looking at this particularly in response to public demand. Rayleigh obviously has a very large police presence. There are lots of cops here already, and it's a very, very low crime area, which is really good to know. But I think there's a feeling that the police aren't accessible enough. And it's been a real priority for me over the last 5 years, and will be again going forward if I'm re-elected on May the 6th, to make sure that the police are local and visible and accessible. Because if they're not in contact with the public, it's really hard to pick up the intelligence that they need. And I guess the real point is that actually most successful policing is based on knowledge of what's going on locally, of the local community and of local intelligence about what might be going wrong. It's actually quite rare that a police officer makes an arrest of a criminal in flagrante in the course of doing something. Most of it is planned, problem-solving policing, and to do that we need to be in contact with the public.
Thank you, thank you. Question 2, if I may. There has been much talk in the media about providing better protection for women and girls.
Yes.
How do you believe that this can be best achieved?
So, following the tragic murder of Sarah Everard, this has quite rightly gone a long way up the agenda, and people are discussing it a lot more than they were. And I think actually, as a male community leader, it's important for me here and now to say I have no tolerance at all for male violence against women. We need to stand up, be counted, and make sure that women in society know that we are there for them and supporting them. There's a lot that can be done. So we're actually looking at measures now with the Home Secretary and the Home Office around what we can do to make streets safer. And the Home Office has already announced £25 million worth of funding so that we can put in, for instance, more CCTV, improve lighting in areas where women feel particularly under threat. So that's a bit about keeping public space safe. There's also a lot of discussion around hate crime and hate crime based on misogyny. So how do we actually make public spaces safer? Do we have a new crime that can be public space protection? And then lastly, of course, there's a lot around nighttime economy. Things like Ask for Angela, Purple Flag, keeping pubs and clubs safer for women.
Thank you, Roger. I know that Richard has got a question for you.
Thank you. Welcome, Roger. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to visit our beautiful town of Rayleigh.
Yes, it's lovely, isn't it?
It's absolutely beautiful. My name is Richard Linden. I am the Conservative candidate for the upcoming elections on Rochford District Council on the 6th of May.
I wish you well with that.
Thank you. As part of my campaign, I have said that on election I will work with the residents of Wheatley Ward to keep our streets safe to live and work in.
Good.
As such, it's generally accepted by the people that a police presence on our streets would enable us to keep antisocial behaviour and crime down. How do you, under your current scheme, hope to facilitate that?
So it is really important that police are visible. I think the targeted patrols around hotspots and known areas make such a difference in terms of reducing crime. And one of the things I've done in the last few years is actually 500 extra cops, and that's effectively doubled the size of the community policing teams. But it's not finished yet. If I'm re-elected, there'll be 300 more to follow. We'll get the funding for that, and that again will mean, for instance, local disruption teams So police officers coordinated with your community safety partnership around key hotspot areas, key known offenders, key known victims in your area to make sure that they're kept safe.
Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
And good
Thanks
luck.
again for being with us today, Roger. I know you've got some more visits to do, so best of luck with those, and best of luck to you on the 6th of May.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate the opportunity, and the same to both of you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.